BJP's fielding Sudhanshu Trivedi and Asifa Khan from Lucknow and Ahmedabad. Pawan Verma of the JDU, Sanjay Jha of the Congress, Dr. Tasleem Ahmad Rahmani, President of the Muslim Political Council of India. Do you take this seriously, Professor Dr. Rahmani? Ye jo Congress party, what it is saying of talking about a 4.5% sub-quota, which do you take them seriously?
I think the poll strategists of the Congress parties are not leaving any stone unturned to polarize the votes on communal lines.
They are polarizing.
They are polarizing. They are supporting. They are trying to give the next government to the BJP in a floral kind of a platter. So all these kind of activities
you say this
and
despite
tactics.
Being a Muslim leader, you feel by offering 4.5% sub-quota, what wrong are they
doing? This is no more than a poll gimmick. You see, we never demanded a 4.5% quota within quota. What we demanded is the removal or the amendment in Article 341, which renders the whole reservation process into a religious reservation on the religious grounds. First Hindus, then Sikhs, then Buddhists. So whole of the reservation under Article 341 has become a religious reservation. So we wanted to remove this rider from Article 341. And since long we are demanding it. There are so many court cases pending against them, and the Supreme Court has asked a question from the government. They referred this question to the Ranganath Mission Commission, and Ranganath Mission has answered it in 2007. Since 2007, they did not.
Is a totally desperate Congress party, trying to polarize this election and, pander to some kind of, Muslim sentiment out here by talking of a 4.5% minority quota which they cannot implement. 1 minute, Sanjay Jha, hear the others. It's quite transparent. The Congress party is insincere about this whole issue. Pawan Verma.
Arnab, first of all, it's a legitimate question to ask, what was the Congress party doing for 10 years? The second question to ask is that this recommendation was there in the Ranganath Mishra Commission report, why did you not do it? Third question to ask is, why this supplementary manifesto? This is the national party as it claims to be. You produce a manifesto, you apply your mind to it, and if there are things that you wish to say which are path-breaking, say it then. What is this in the terms of a supplementary manifesto?
Exactly.
Fourthly,
why
are you in a position to deliver? Fourthly,
why have
you
you done this, Sanjay Jha? Why have you done this?
Let me finish, Sanjay.
You have one manifesto and then you have a separate manifesto.
Can I answer?
Fourthly, let me just finish, Sanjay, and then you can answer.
Can I answer your question?
The point is very simple.
Okay.
There could be merit in affirmative action for Muslims, but this is not a matter for the Congress to unilaterally now announce that it wishes to do. Parts of it are sub judice. Parts of it need an all-party consensus. And the new government, whatever it is, must be so empowered to do it. And we will support that.
Why are you fooling the Muslim community? Question number one. Why have you brought it up now? Question number two. Why was it not in your manifesto earlier? Question number three. Why have you not understood that legally this has been seen to be unsustainable? Question number four. And why have you done it before a round of polling in which you expect the minority vote to be the make or break issue? Come on now. Sanjay Jha, so 10 years in power you did nothing and now you want to fool the Muslim community with this kind of talk of a sub-quota? Why are you doing this? It's a self-goal.
Oh, well, Arnab, now that you've asked me 5 questions, hopefully you will give me some time to respond to them. It's very simple, actually. Number one, this party, the Congress party, is committed, and I want to repeat that, we're committed to providing, reservations for the minorities as part of the OBC quota. I repeat that. Let there be no ambiguity in that.
What are you
2007? What you are doing since 2007?
Can I speak?
You said that Congress party is committed. If there is a commitment, Ranganath Mission Commission has already submitted a report in 2007 and they answered the Supreme Court question in affirmative.
We are discussing a serious
why
subject.
you did not even submit the answer to the Supreme Court?
I don't know, sir, who you are, but can I speak?
Try to divide the OBC and the Muslims.
Arnab, I was watching your program a few minutes ago, the previous one that you were holding, and I saw, and you see for yourself, the attitude that large political parties have towards the minorities in India. You saw how Baba Ramdev, a crucial
And you
figure
belong.
of the
You are
BJP,
the
spoke
one.
in such a
You
condescending and repugnant
belong
manner
to
of
the same
Dalits.
large political parties.
Excuse
Your
me,
attitude
sir,
is questionable,
let me
more
speak.
questionable than
Excuse
BJP.
me, sir. Let me speak.
You cannot
If
run
you
away
want a
like
dialogue,
saying that you are so
can
much
we have a
committed
dialogue,
to the
please? Please let
secularism.
me finish. Arnab, are you allowing this to degenerate into an open debate without me finishing? I think it's blatantly unfair. My second point, this is not a supplementary manifesto at all. Please read the date and how transparently we have put it up. By the way, it is written categorically that we have a manifesto, yes, which we declared on March 26th. And because Mr. Rahul Gandhi and the Congress party invited views, we had 30 consultations, we went all over the country, met people from all walks of life. We could not incorporate everything into our
Same thing the Congress party did in December 2011. Same thing. And on the eve of the UP elections, they put forth this quota issue.
One second.
Why at the time of elections alone?
On
Why
April
not during the
3rd, we have
peace
put it
time?
up. Suggested policies and programs of the Congress government in between 2014
Okay, now
to 19.
Sanjay,
everything
now
that
Sanjay,
could
you
not
know
be
what?
included
You
in
are
the
factually
manifesto,
incorrect.
but needs to be implemented
You are
in the
factually
larger
incorrect.
interest of Indian society, of the minorities,
got your facts
of
too.
of
The
backward
Congress party
class
is
in
exposed
India,
itself.
and how to
Their
strengthen
secularism
this
is
country.
exposed to the
Can we-
community.
Can you tell me what is wrong with that?
Okay,
Can
now one
somebody
second, I'll
tell
tell
me
you
what is wrong
Can
with
you
that?
tell
And by the way,
us
tell you
what is
anyway,
right? What is
sub-judice
right?
in the
While
Supreme
only
Court
200 seats
and
remaining
Mr. Kapil
going to
Sibal,
poll. And
can
at
I
this
speak,
juncture,
sir?
when
Please give me a minute to
six
speak.
phases of the election are over,
Sir,
and
can I
only
please
3 phases
finish?
are
After
remaining.
that, you're free to
For those
interrupt
200
me. This
seats,
matter
out of
is in the
200,
Supreme
50%
Court
seats are the
because
Muslim
the
dominated
decision of the
seats.
Andhra
And
Pradesh
then
government
you are
was
giving the
contested.
supplementary manifesto.
So,
Why for?
End of day, these will have to be implemented after a political consensus. So I really don't realize what is all this agitation about on the panel at all.
No, you
Does
must
Pawan Verma
understand why.
believe there should
No,
be
you must
no
understand, Sanjay,
reservations
now
for the
you've
minorities?
spoken, you have
I have
spoken
not
at
even-
length,
Yeah.
and I think you need to understand a couple of things. I'm getting the
Thank you,
BJP
thank
into
you.
this debate.
I
Sudhanshu
appreciate
Trivedi
that.
and Asifa Khan can come on this debate. This cannot be denied. That there is a smacks of insincerity because the government introduced this move in
Please
December
ask them.
2011.
Please ask
When
them
striking
first
down
for their
Sanjay,
views
listen,
on Baba
when
Ramdev.
striking
1 minute,
down what the Andhra
Arnab, since
Pradesh
your
government
last
was
program
doing.
ended, since your last program ended, where was the BJP?
Arnab, I can't-
The BJP is here with you. Ask them what is their view on Baba Ramdev's comment.
I
on the
will
Dalit.
now,
Ask
if you
them
allow
now.
me.
Sanjay,
If you allow
Sanjay,
me, he's coming
one
from.
second.
one minute, Arnab. Hold up. I want to ask
Sanjay,
Sanjay, तू इधर उधर की ना बात कर, ये बता के काफिला क्यों लुटा? तेरी रहबरी से गरज नहीं, तेरी रहजनी का सवाल है.
The Constitution of India does not allow for this.
I don't know what that meant. I don't know what that meant, but I will answer your question
Sanjay
in
Jha,
English
listen to
whenever
me.
that
Let's get the
happens.
BJP in now. I say here the Constitution of India does not permit separate religious quotas. Why have you discovered religious quotas in the middle of an election? This is your desperation. Asifa is coming in first from the BJP.
Arnab, you haven't understood what...
Yes,
Asifa,
I
you haven't
would
understood
want
completely.
others not to
I
bargain
have
it.
understood it
1
completely.
minute.
You haven't. Asifa.
Anyway, I'll answer later. Are you aware that there are reservations
with
for
all
backward
due respect,
Muslims
let me
in
speak,
Kerala
gentlemen.
of 12%? On
With all due
Karnataka
respect, let me
4%,
speak,
I am aware, but
Tamil
first you
Nadu
hear
of
the other side, then I'll come
5.1%.
back.
It is already existing today. It is already existing today. It's nothing new.
You
We are
know,
not talking
Sanjay.
about Muslim laws.
You know, Sanjay.
They are prescribing
Sanjay, you have an art sometimes. With great respect to you, you are gifted. You are gifted sometimes in the unique ability to destroy your own argument. Because I am aware that currently certain backward Muslims are eligible to avail of quotas within the OBC category. I ask you, therefore, what explains the need to carve out a sub-quota within a quota, if not to appear to be sensitive to the demands of the community? You have just single-handedly destroyed your own argument. Asifa is responding. Asifa.
No, I haven't.
Yes. No, give me some time because
Okay, give me a chance to answer.
And ask these gentlemen to be quiet, please. I would request. Muslims are not going to trust the Congress this time because this has been happening time and again with the Muslims. This government was there for 10 years. It didn't come up with any reservation, any thought about the Muslim. The community, right from 1947, if you see all economic indicators, has been reduced to worse position than the Dalits or the backward classes.
Come to the subject. Come to the subject, Asifa.
Who is responsible for this? Wait, please. They gave Dalit
Don't allow her to make an election
in the
speech.
1950s.
Come to the subject, Asifa.
The same Congress party ruling the country.
Yeah.
I'm coming to your point. Gave again Sikh reservations in 64, Buddhist reservation in 57. But when it came to Muslims and Christian reservations, the Congress party did not give reservations, and since 2004 there has been PIL in the in the Supreme Court of India asking the Congress party and the UPA government to answer why the Muslims and the Christian Dalits were not giving reservation. And after 3 summons to the Congress party, they have never answered it.
No, when you do it, no, 1 minute, just a minute.
Let me complete
Asifa, 1 minute, please. Asifa ji, ek second, Asifa. No, 1 minute, let me come in. I have limited time. I must make the points here. When you do it, my charge to Sudhanshu Trivedi today is this. आप जब करते हैं तो ठीक है. When somebody else does it, it is pandering. When you pander, you can pander. If somebody else panders, it becomes appeasement. Have you forgotten? You are the political advisor to Rajnath Singh. Therefore, you should know this. Remember, Sudhanshu Trivedi, remember. 2001 में, in 2001, Rajnath Singh initiated a quota within quotas for the most backward caste within the OBC category. So, if you say Muslim pandering is bad, how is OBC pandering okay? Answer me on that one. Sudhanshu Trivedi, am I right? Am I right? And you were with Rajnath Singh even
Actually, the OBC quota and SC quota, as per strictly going the constitutional norms, OBC is defined, SC is defined. There is a provision for OBC quota, there is a provision for SC quota. If you are providing the most deprived of the deprived, there is nothing wrong. But here constitutionally, there is no provision of quota on religious grounds. And this Congress is...
How can you say? How can you say it is not on the religious
Muslim
ground?
community. They have not done it for the first time. I would like to remind
states that
in February 2012, before the UP Vidhan Sabha election, they have done the same thing.
I don't think Trivedi knows his facts. Arnab, Mr. Trivedi does not know his facts.
I think we should let Sudhanshu... No, 1 second, 1 minute. I would let Sudhanshu Trivedi complete. No, I would let Sudhanshu Trivedi complete, but I would let Sudhanshu
Constitution of India.
No, but Sudhanshu Trivedi,
this is well within the Constitution of India.
He's trying to fool your Newshour viewers right now.
How? How is he fooling them? Tell me.
White Court has pressed down this order on 22nd of December 2011.
Let me explain to you. I go back to it.
Again brought it
Kerala, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. 1 minute. They are...
Sanjay Jha.
1 minute. This is about
Sanjay, 1 minute. No, Sanjay, you let Sudhanshu complete actually.
Or any
let
other
Sudhanshu
minority
complete.
communities.
Sanjay, let Sudhanshu complete.
This reminds me of the communal award of 1909
I thought you asked me a question.
when Muslim League was insisting like this.
Why you are dragging the Muslim League now? This is not question of Muslim League.
Muslim League in pre-independence India and the BJP of today is assuming the role of Congress in pre-independence India under leadership of Mahatma Gandhi when they used to say that we are fighting for everybody and Muslim League was saying we are fighting for one community. The same stance Congress is consistently taking on one issue or the other.
Pawan Verma, I thought it's a constitutional issue. How does it become a Hindu-Muslim issue?
Yeah.
Constitutional issue, legal issue, everything comes down to a Hindu-Muslim issue for the BJP.
And every court has admitted that religion has nothing to do with the social network.
Arnab, it is a constitutional issue. It requires an all-party consensus. My concern is why the Congress is bringing it out in terms of almost what amounts to a supplementary manifesto in the midst of an election without having properly thought out what it really entails. The fact that Muslims may need affirmative action support because their numbers in government and other services has declined from 28% in 1947 to 2.5% today. In fact, in many respects, lower than even those for whom the reservations are available. requires the nation to consider this matter in a considered way, not in this way that you bring it up in the midst of an election, not having put it in your manifesto. Obviously, there is some political opportunism at play.
It's an attempt to get the Muslim vote at this stage of election.
The merits
No,
of the debate.
this is not
an attempt to get the Muslim vote at this stage of an
not
election.
at all. This is an
Mr.
attempt to
Verma,
polarize the Hindu
Mr.
vote
Verma, I'm
against the Muslim.
surprised somebody like you. Somebody's like you. 1 minute, Mr. Verma, I'm surprised how somebody like you, and I have great respect for you, sir. How come you are not aware of the fact that the Union Cabinet passed the 4.5% reservation for the Muslim minority in the OBC quota in 2011? You should be aware of that.
But
Number
why
two,
have you
you
not
should also be aware.
implemented
that
it?
this is
The
important.
Ranganath Mishra
That the
Committee
Ranganath-
report also
1 minute.
recommended. Why have you not implemented
Please, can I
it?
explain?
Why in the
Can I
midst of an
explain,
election?
Mr. Verma?
We are not going
Can I
into
explain,
the
Mr.
merits
Verma?
of it.
Since you are quoting Ranganath, 1 minute. Mr. Verma, I'm surprised how today you are interrupting me. I thought it's usually the other way around. But
I'm
on
so
a
sorry.
more serious
I'm
vein,
sorry.
let me tell you, the Ranganath Mishra Commission, what has he said? Ranganath Mishra Commission actually said that the Muslim minorities should get 10% of the reservation, other minorities 5%. So here we are not talking about 10, we are talking about
this is not
5.
complete.
So I
This is
think
not
the
complete.
government here,
Ranganath
or the,
Mission
in this
Commission
case our
also
party,
stated that
can I
the
finish?
rider
Can I
out of
finish?
341
Can
should
I
be removed.
finish?
This is also
Can I finish?
The
Can I
Ranganath Mishra
finish?
Commission.
And he
Mr.
recommended
Trivedi,
that
Mr.
1%
Trivedi,
quota,
I have read
quota
the
should be given.
report
One minute.
To the
from the
OBC.
first page to the last. Mr. Trivedi, let me tell you, everybody knows that
There is
religion
no need
cannot be a
of
ground for
reading any
reservation.
report, Mr.
Therefore,
Sanjay
what we
Rao,
are
this
talking
shows
about
your last
is the
attempt
backward.
and
Listen,
desperation.
I have a question for Sanjay
there
Jha.
are Dalits,
Sanjay Jha.
there are Dalits, there are
You cannot
backward
fight
people
on
among the
issue of
Muslims,
development.
there are backwards amongst the
So
Christians,
you are going to
and
any extent
everyone
on the issue of
needs
appeasement
a degree
and
of
communal
protection.
polarization
This is
from
not
Zahar ki
appeasement.
kheti to
This is not
reservation in
appeasement.
quota.
And Arnab, kindly tell Mr. Trivedi that the Supreme Court has actually accepted the review petition. Why? Simply because there is nothing to do with the principal issue of what has been, objected to in the Andhra High Court. If you read the verdict carefully, all it said was
you are
they
wrong.
wanted to understand a more convincing
wrong
rationale
again.
for the number that was recommended. That's it.
I'm
That's
sorry
the
you are
point.
wrong. No, I'm
and
wrong.
let me repeat again,
no,
this
you
is
are
not
wrong.
a supplementary manifesto.
Sanjay Jha, now.
This is a
Sanjay Jha, 2
commitment
minutes
of
on the
the
debate. I must tell you where
party
you're
to
wrong.
discuss with
Can
other
I tell you where
political
you're wrong?
parties
Fact of
and
the
make it
matter
happen.
is,
Let's talk
so-called
facts.
secular parties have joined to the chorus of minorities.
I am not wrong, Arnab. I know my facts.
Take a lead over
Trivedi,
here.
who is secular
I
in the
know my
country?
facts, and the Congress party
Tell me who is
is being
secular in the country?
consistent.
Is
Trying
the
to
Congress
concentrate
party
the
is
Hindu
being
vote and
consistent.
doing a polarization on religious grounds. Let the BJP not lecture on this.
This is the Congress party
have
is
never
trying to
used the
polarize
word
the
of
vote.
any
One second.
Hindu vote.
And
It is
Sudhanshu.
consistently used by the
Absolutely,
Congress
sir.
party.
But baat to ye hai, simple question is when
And
it
by
is
the way,
not
Mr.
happened.
Trivedi, in case Arnab doesn't ask you, I want to know what is your view, Mr. Trivedi, on Baba Ramdev's comment on Dalits, on the honeymoon statement. Please don't be silent, speak up. The country wants to know where exactly does BJP stand in terms of your
Sanjay,
views
don't
towards
deviate.
Dalits.
Sanjay,
Because I heard
don't deviate. This is
Narendra
the
Modi
Muslim
give a
issue
big
now.
lecture
And
on
you are
Dr.
trying
Anwar's
to
birthday.
give a
Let
lollipop
him
One minute.
speak up.
committee.
Because I
And
was
then you are
already
negating
there in
the
that.
Don't dodge the
Question
issue.
is
Don't dodge the
What that
issue, Mr.
statement was.
Trivedi.
Let him speak. Question has been asked. He should
Oh,
speak.
yeah. Arnab, why
I
did
have
you
not
play the
seen
tape again
statement
for
and
his
how
benefit?
I can react. I am asking the question which you are required to answer. You are trying to create a communal polarization on every issue, be it poverty, be it
Arnab, this is
defense,
over to you.
be
This
it
is your time
education,
to get the
be it
BJP to
national
speak the
security.
truth. Let them not dodge and get away.
Well,
Yes,
Everybody knows how the BJP
The truth
treats
of the matter is
minorities,
reminds of
Dalits,
the communal
scheduled
award of
castes, scheduled tribes.
1999.
The government-
We are hardly
I- I-
surprised that you
I-
don't
I-
We are hardly
one
surprised that
thing.
you
This
don't
was
favor
done by
affirmative
Sanjay
Sanjay
Jha,
action.
1 minute. Sanjay Jha, 1 minute. I have just one
The
thing
fact
to
of
say.
the
One
matter
thing to
is-
say. Let me come in, Sanjay. Let me. Sometimes you defend the
The
indefensible.
fact of the matter is the
Just
policy
because-
of Congress
Sanjay,
is
listen to me.
अंग्रेजों
one
ने
second.
हमको बांटा फिर भी
सुधांशु
अपने
जी, मेरी
देश
बात
की
सुनिए.
खातिर इन्होंने
मेरी
हर
बात-
परिवेश को बांटा कुर्सी के उद्देश्य की खातिर.
Sudhanshu ji, I just want to tell Sanjay Jha, just because you argue well doesn't mean that if you argue for the indefensible and you defend the indefensible will become defensible. My last point to you is, you talk about the court verdicts. As far as I know, As far as I know, in December 2011, while striking this order down, the Andhra Pradesh High Court pointed out serious flaws in the manner in which this was implemented. At the same time, the Andhra Pradesh High Court also said that this was impermissible in view of the specific language of Article 15(1) of the Constitution as well as 16(2) of the Constitution, both of which say, basic point, the state shall not discriminate against any citizen on account of religion, caste, race, sex, place of birth, or any of them.
But the state
That's
already
very
discriminated
serious.
in 1950 itself.
We'll have another debate on that. I think we should have
The
another
state
debate on this.
discriminated already in 1950 itself.
I think we'll have another debate on this. Asifa, yes, quick last point. Quick last point because you
The
were
matter
quiet.
is
Yes,
with the Supreme
Asifa.
Court. Let's wait for the Supreme Court verdict. Let's wait for the Supreme Court verdict.
Yes.
We are absolutely, that's exactly what we are saying. Wait for the Supreme Court verdict.
see,
The matter
the-
is
Asifa,
is absolutely, you're
Congress,
completely right.
Congress party.
And the matter is being argued by the government. The matter is being
Asifa.
argued by the government. We are very confident of getting a favorable verdict. from the
Asifa,
Supreme
briefly,
Court.
and then we'll wrap up.
Yes, the Congress party was ruling this country consecutively for 30 years or 50 years and 55 years. And what is the Muslim community reduced to? It has been reduced to a community of committees and commissions. Every year,
Okay.
every decade, every
Okay.
5 years, there is a committee
Now,
and a commission
on that
which is
point,
being prepared
on that point,
Muslims,
this
but is
sub-quota
not being
push is
implemented.
controversial.
Come
We
to
will
the
have
latest
another
committee
debate
of
on
the
this,
After Committee
and
report.
Sanjay
Allow
Jha
me
will
to
bring you
see.
back on that debate.
Where is the
I'd like to
dialogue?
thank Sanjay Jha for bravely fielding 4 people against him on that debate. But I'm not sure, Sanjay, if you've been totally convincing on that point. We'll debate it later. We're going into a break. Debate number 3 on the other side.